This is the story of Pat Rose.
So hi, I'm Peter Olguin, and I was Saba's first technical trainer. I joined Saba in 1998. I was employee number 77.
When I got to Saba, the only database that we had was for doing sales demos.
Sales databases, while they're really good for scripted demos, aren't terrific for going off script. My job when I was first hired at Saba was to develop a training database.
There was a sales guy named Christopher Vomichka Kolanda, and he was one of our chief sales guys back then. When they made the database, the main login was something like Rachel Rosenberg. And Christopher told me, you're going to make a new database? Listen, can you make it somebody who I can demo with?
I'd rather have the option of logging in as a guy. And
the idea was to make our main login something that was gender neutral.
I thought about this and I thought I'd make a login named Pat Rose. And there was this character on Saturday Night Live named Pat, who was kind of androgynous. And then Rose, I have no idea, no recollection at all where Rose came from. But anyway, Pat Rose was born that way, and Pat Rose was going to be our main login used for demos. The database had to have more users, so I had to come up with names, and I wanted to give it some diversity, both from a gender standpoint and ethnic standpoint.
What I did to make up names was I took a phone book and I opened it to one page and I pointed to a name, and then I took it and turned it to another page and pointed to another name, and I mixed the first and last names that I found.
And finally I had a list of users that some of them are still in the system to this day. I think I've seen Michael Arroyo. Michael Arroyo is some manager somewhere, I think.
One that didn't survive, I don't know why, Deepak Vishveshvaraya.
It was too long to type for a login. So, since we invented Pat Rose, Pat has now really, it's pretty firmly female in gender. I've seen pictures of Pat. She's looking pretty good for a 12-year-old, very mature.
But that's the story of Pat Rose, and it's one of those things that you start out with, and you never know how much legs it's going to have. Pat Rose has been with us for 12 years old, although she's mature beyond her years.